everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. This is actually a current video. I know, you can all pick your jaws up off the floor. But I just wanted to explain to you guys where I've been all summer and why I haven't been posting. There are reasons. And then I do have a small haul to show you. A lot of it's books because there was a really good book sale this weekend. But first I want to let you guys know I do have videos for every haul this summer. So I will be posting those at some point. Hopefully I'm going to get back on track within the next couple of weeks here. But the summer started out great. We went to Florida to visit my husband's family towards the beginning of July. We were there for about 8-10 days. I can't even remember now. It seems so long ago. And then we came back, and my daughter, who usually isn't interested in doing anything over the summer, she doesn't want to do camps, she doesn't want to do anything. She finally got interested in baking like a year or two ago, and we found out that one of the local kitchen stores, Sur La Table, was doing like a cooking camp or a baking camp for kids. So she decided she wanted to do that. We were really happy she wanted to do something, so I signed her up. The only problem was that the closest store to us was 45 minutes away, so we had to get up that whole week at the crack of dawn, drive 45 minutes to get there. Then of course I had to wait around while she did her classes, and then we'd get something to eat and come home, and by then pretty much most of the day was gone. And then we got to August, and August is always a busy month because it's her birthday and her best friend's birthday. They're 2 days apart, and her best friend, they had to do her birthday early because she was going on a trip to Spain, Portugal, and Morocco for like 3 weeks. So she wasn't going to be here for her birthday or my daughter's, so they did their birthdays a little bit early. And then we had my daughter's birthday, which is always a big production. And then I think it was the day after that, maybe? Yeah, I think it was the day after that. I'm sitting at the computer, I'm trying to do eBay, and all of a sudden I see on TV that a terrorist had driven a van into a big group of tourists in Barcelona. Well, now I just started freaking out immediately because I thought, oh my God, I don't know where Amy and her family are. I don't know what city they're in today. I don't have any itinerary, and I don't know if I can get in touch with them. So immediately I start texting her mom and saying, you know, are you okay? But I know that sometimes, and I had this experience with my son when he went overseas, that, you know, sometimes the cell phone reception isn't great, and they might not get the text immediately. It might, you know, take a while. So for the next, I think, 5 or 6 hours, I was a nervous wreck. Of course, I didn't tell my daughter anything. I was even looking at the coverage, looking at the crowds and trying to see if I could see them or not, and hoping that I wouldn't. And I'm looking closely at the TV, and I'm like, okay, they don't look Chinese. No, they don't look Chinese. It was pathetic. This is how, like, sad I am. But I really was truly worried about them. So then, finally, my daughter came downstairs like 5 or 6 hours later, and I had asked her a couple times if she'd heard from Amy. She's like, no, because for some reason Amy and her could text each other fine, but I couldn't get in touch with her mom. And but Amy sometimes takes a long time to get back to us. Finally, about 5 or 6 hours later, Gina says to me, I said, oh, did you hear from Amy? And I'm trying to be very nonchalant. She's like, oh yeah, she's in Portugal. She's at some show. She just texted me. I'm like, oh, thank God. My daughter's like, what's the matter? And I said, there was a terrorist attack in Barcelona, and they injured and killed some tourists, and I was worried sick about where they were. I had no idea where they were. So that was that day. Then fast forward a few days later, my daughter went to open gym at our local gymnastics place, which it's pretty much for anybody. You don't have to take classes there. Her and her friends meet up there all the time, and for 2 hours they jump around, and they have spotters there and all that. But obviously every once in a while someone's going to get injured. Well, this time it was my daughter's turn. She calls me, tells me she sprained her ankle. So I pick her up. By the next day, she could stand, so we figured, okay, sprained ankle, it'll get better. And then I called the doctor right before the weekend to see if she needed to come in, and they said, oh, well, if she's still bad by Monday, bring her in. So Monday was almost a week later. I brought her in just to be on the safe side. They also thought it was a sprain, but wanted an x-ray as a precaution. So the next morning, or early afternoon, we went to get an x-ray, and turned out that she actually broke her leg. She had a distal tibial fracture, which is right at the bottom part of your tibia, right above the ankle. Well, she flipped out. Then we had to go over to the family doctor, where they gave us the news that she broke it. And then right after that, we had to go next door to the hospital to the orthopedic doctor. And then they told us, we thought maybe she could get a walking boot or something like that. No. First they said she was going to get a cast from her foot, like midway up her thigh. And she was not happy. And then they said, well, if she's really, really anxious, which my daughter's always had some anxiety issues, they said we can do a fiberglass splint instead. That way you can take it off every once in a while for her to take a bath. And if she gets too upset, like, okay, let's do that. So that was that day. And needless to say, she was really, really, really upset, because she knew that school started in like another week and a half. And, when you have a self-conscious, hormonal 12-year-old girl who knows she has to go back to school with a cast that's all the way up her leg, that's not a good day. So in the days leading up to school, she'd be fine one minute, and the next minute she'd, be crying, and it's just really, really stressful. 24/7 job, pretty much, with me talking to her and reassuring her things were going to be okay. And she finally, I did get her to open house, and she was fine. And I did get her the first day of school, and she had a good day, except for being tired, obviously, from having to walk everywhere on crutches. But right now, fingers crossed, she's doing well. But we're a little nervous because we go back tomorrow for a recheck, and she's freaking out. She's worried that the bone might shift, because they said if the bone shifts, she needs surgery. So we're praying that the bone didn't shift, but we've kept it really, really still. And she's worried that they're not going to take the splint off, that they're, 'cause she's hoping for a walking boot, but I told her, don't get your hopes up. You might have to be in the splint for another week or two, so I don't know. We're taking every minute as it comes right now. And then to top everything off, in all of this, it was also my birthday, which was Labor Day weekend, and all the stress with her made me sick, because stress always affects me, like, physically. So I was a disaster. The whole Labor Day weekend was, screwed up. And then Hurricane Irma came, and we have, all my husband's family's down there, or most of them. And of course, my brother-in-law and my mother-in-law would not leave. So we've been worried sick about them for the past few days. And I literally just heard from my husband about 10 minutes ago. And he said that he finally got in touch with them, and they're okay. No power, horrible cell phone reception, and they're starting to clean up, but they're okay. So now I can finally breathe again. And that was pretty much my summer. But I'm not complaining. Don't think I'm complaining, feeling sorry for myself. I'm not, because in these situations I was trying to tell myself there are so many people who have it worse off than I do, been praying for all the people who've been affected by Harvey and Irma, and you know, a lot of them are in a much worse boat than me right now. So I'm just hoping that they can get through their ordeals okay. So now that I have babbled for 10 minutes, let me show you guys what I bought this past weekend. This is actually the first weekend I've been out since I think my daughter's birthday in like the second week in August. That's how crazy things have been around here. So Friday I went out. There were only like 2 sales, but I did get some perfume. I got this. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. This is Viva La Juicy from Juicy Couture. It's a 1 ounce bottle of perfume. I got it for $5. I should be able to sell it for like $20 with free first class shipping. So not a fantastic profit, but I will make money. And then this is a bottle of Focus Obsession for Men. This is, yeah, it doesn't want to focus on this. Obsession for Men aftershave. And it's a 4 ounce bottle. It's almost full. I should be able to get 15 to 20 from that. I paid $2. And then the second sale that I found things at, I bought clothes, which you guys know I don't like buying clothes. I don't like selling clothes, but every once in a while if I find something good, I will. I got this shirt because it's a Tommy Bahama. Didn't realize at first it was a women's shirt, size 12 to 14, silk linen blend shirt, really good shape. Paid $2 or $3 for that. Hold on, I have to look. $2. Paid $2 for that. Should be able to get, I'm hoping 15 to 20 with free shipping. And then put your sunglasses on for this one, guys, because this one's pretty bright and scary. I bought this hideously ugly sweater, mainly because it says Michael Simon. And, hello, wake up, will you please? There we go. Michael Simon, New York. If you look up some of his sweaters online, some of them go for ridiculous amounts of money, and they're all truly as gaudy as this one, if not even more so. This one obviously is bubblegum pink with all these hats, if you couldn't tell what these were, and then all these pastel multicolored ribbons everywhere. I mean, oh my god. There's even a hat on the back. It's atrocious. It really is. But anyway, I paid $4 for it, and I'm hoping to get, I don't know, because I can't find one, same one online. So I might start at like 30 or 40 and see if I get any bites. So that was Friday, and then Saturday, little town about 10 minutes away. They used to have a really good town-wide yard sale, and their tiny, tiny little library has a really good book sale. For some reason, over the past few years, they also used to have a flea market. The flea market closed down, the local like bar restaurant closed down, and now hardly anybody in town participates in the garage sale. So it's pretty sad. But the library still, every weekend after Labor Day, they have their book sale, and it's awesome. They're priced dirt cheap from the beginning, but I usually end up going Saturday, trying to get what I can on Saturday, and then I also go back on Sunday, because Sunday at 11 o'clock they have a bag sale where you can fill up a grocery bag and with as much as you can stuff in it, and it's only $3. So that's what I did on Saturday, and I ended up getting some book sets, because, you know, sets are always a lot more worth my time listing on eBay than singular books, because sometimes singular books you're only going to get like, you know, $3-4 with free shipping, and it's just, to me, it's a waste of time. But anyway, I got this Dragons of Del Toro box set for $1. There's 4 books in here. I could probably get 10 to 15 out of that with free media mail shipping, obviously, on all of these. I got this Anne of Green Gables 8-book set for $1. And this I think I can make like 25 or 30 off of. Then found 5 of these Keys to the Kingdom books. These are all children's books so far. Garth Nix, there's 3 paperbacks and 2 hardcover. Books 1 through 5. I paid, I think they were, the hardcovers were 50 cents, paperbacks were 25 cents. So $1.75 for the set. I think I can get maybe 15 off of that set. Then, what else? Oh, then I got this one called Pulling Your Own Strings. No dust jacket on it, but the reason that I got it was because it's by Dr. Wayne Dyer, and it's signed. So that's the reason I got it, and I think it was 50 cents. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe 10, I'm not really sure. And then that was all that I bought there Saturday. But then there were a couple yard sales in the town. So I did find at one of them I found a big Dr. Seuss book that had, it was like was the Big Blue Book of something that had a bunch of different Seuss books in it, but I'm going to sell that at the consignment sale. Then I found this book, The Golden Age of Golf Design by someone. Hello. Jeff Shackelford. And I looked it up on my phone and I was shocked at the prices. If you want to buy a brand new one of these on Amazon, I think they are $80. And some of the sellers on eBay have these for $150 to, I think some crazy person has up for $350. I don't understand that. I really don't. If someone can explain why some of these sellers put absolutely outrageous prices on their things, please let me know. But this one's brand new and sealed, which is great. So I shouldn't have a problem getting about, like I said, $80, $90 with free shipping out of that. And I paid 75 cents. But that was a really good find. And then after those few sales, I went to a community sale in my town. They have it twice a year. And for some reason, pretty much the only thing I could find over there was books. So I ended up buying this Disney Princess Art of Coloring 100 Images to Inspire coloring book. Brand spanking new. Really pretty images in here. Paid $1. Should be able to get about 10 to 15 out of that. Then I found a set of 9 of these bone books for kids. Books 1 through 9 by Jeff Smith. I know these are popular. My son liked reading these, kind of like, you know, graphic novels. I paid $4 for these. Should easily be able to get 40 with free shipping for those. Then at that same sale for another $4, I picked up this Little House set. Might only get about 20 out of this with free shipping because the books, some of the covers are a little beat up. The books themselves, the inside pages are in great shape, but some of the covers are a little beat up. So might only get 20. But these are from 1972. Love this set as a kid. I love these books so much. My daughter wants nothing to do with them, and it makes me sad. But what are you going to do? And then the 2 non-book items that I bought at the sale. I got this. I don't know what this is. It's not, obviously it's not a mug because it's not a handle. I think it might be like a little planter or a vase or who knows. But it said Vera Bradley on the bottom. Vera Bradley, My Home for Andrea by Sadek or Sadek. I don't know how you pronounce that. Anyway, it's in really good shape. There were some stains in the bottom. There's still a very faint stain in the bottom, but I scrubbed it out with a magic eraser. I got this for 50 cents. Hoping to maybe get 10 on that. And same for this plate. It's a really nice 3-dimensional Cookies for Santa plate. This is from Fitz and Floyd, 1995. You guys can see that down there. It does have a couple flea bite chips right here, but that's okay. And some Fitz and Floyd can, you know, go for really, really great prices, but this probably only get about 10 on. And then the next day, my mom came over and we went back to the little library for their bag sale. And when I went back there, I picked up some books for my son for Christmas. I picked up some books to sell at the consignment sale, because I think on average when I came home and looked at everything, I paid like 18 cents a book. But the ones that I got to resell are these. I got 3 of these Scott Pilgrim books. Again, kids, like graphic novels. Books 1, 2, and 3. I think there's actually 4 or 5 in the series. But with these, I should be able to make about at least 10, maybe a little more. And this one I bought, it's called Pacific Microphone. I was gonna buy it for my son, but then after I read what it was about, I figured I didn't know if he'd be interested in it. It was more about the media coverage of World War II, and he likes to read more books about the actual, like, you know, battles and stuff like that. But anyway, the reason I bought it was because it's a first edition, and again, signed by the author. Can't go wrong for 18 cents. It is personalized, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Then maybe 10, maybe a little more on that. Really not sure. And then the last thing that I got was this big set of Charlie Brown's encyclopedias. There's 14 in this set. They're all in like new condition. I think they date from 1990, if I'm not mistaken. And I paid a whopping, I think, less than $2.50 for this entire set. And unfortunately, it's missing book number 15 right here, but that's okay. I should still be able to make probably 25 off of this, maybe a little bit more. So not too shabby. Gotta get these. I got pictures of most of them, but gotta finish taking pictures and get these up because I am so behind, and the consignment sale's coming up, and I'm really behind with that too, and I'm just behind with everything, with life in general. So that's it, guys. Oh, I also wanted to say thank you, if she's watching, to my friend Anne. Her channel is See Ann Save, and she's also an eBay seller, and she also does a lot of videos with coupons and freebies and stuff like that. So if you're not subscribed, check her out. I'll put her, trying to remember to put her link down there. But anyway, she had a giveaway sometime in the midst of all this broken leg thing, and I had forgotten that I even entered it, and she messaged me and told me that I won the giveaway, and I hadn't gotten back to her in a couple days, and then she was worried about me. I guess she messaged me again, like, what happened to you? And I finally saw that one, and I got back to her and told her what was going on. So she sent me this big, now this is gonna stop in a minute now. She sent me this big bag full of stuff, and this is all like samples and goodies, you know, like shampoo and nail polish and stuff like that. This was my giveaway gift, which I was thrilled to death with. But then she said she was going to send my daughter a few things to try and cheer her up. Oh my Lord. She filled this box with all kinds of goodies and a lot of Japanese kawaii things and tsum tsum. Okay, here we go again with the video cutting off. But she sent my daughter a whole bunch of stuff, and we had just gotten back Saturday from, we went out with her best friend and her mom, finally, because they'd been gone all summer. We went to we have a local tea room in town in a Victorian house on the main street in our town, which is beautiful, and we love going there. So we went there with them, Then we went to the park for a little while. Then we came home to this big box of surprises. So my daughter was like over the moon. And Anne spoiled her absolutely rotten. So I want to say big thank you to her. She's a good friend, even though she's all the way in Iowa and I've never met her. but check out her channel. She does a lot of good stuff over there. So that's it, everyone. Sorry for all the babbling, but that's where I've been. That's what's going on, and I'm hoping once things calm down with the broken leg that I can start reposting again. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.